Every time I make a video about me complaining about you guys or me complaining about an event or something within that nature, I always get a bunch of support like, yeah, I feel the same way, Koopa. And then when the day ends, I go to sleep, I wake up, and then I look at the comments again and I end up getting mixed reviews. I get a lot of stupid Koopa. If you were just better, then you wouldn't be dealing with this. Or if you had a completely active alliance, or if your R4 were just on 24/7, you wouldn't be complaining. And that's what got me to realize, y'all just some haters. Just kidding. I came to the realization that we just have different issues because I'm in a CC'd kingdom and some of y'all are in a more active alliance or in a kingdom with a lot of spenders. So today I want to talk about the struggles and differences between lower and higher seed kingdoms because I think we're just not understanding the other person's point of view. So the first thing on the list is alliance mobilization. I already ranted previously about this event before in another video and it got mixed reviews. Some players agreed that it was a money grabbing event and sometimes you need to spend in order for everyone to get decent rewards. While on the other hand, I had players also say that if everyone would just do the free to play missions, we would earn X amount of points and everything I had said in this video was just dumb. I'm not going to go into crazy detail because all you have to do is look at the video and then compare the comments. You'll see the players complain about the same topic but with different points of views. So after seeing all that, all I could come up with is that the players disagreeing with me were probably in higher seed kingdoms with a lot more active players, or they just have a decent amount of spenders that would knock out a lot of these spending missions, leaving space for more free to play missions for the non-spenders. I don't know, personally it was just weird for me to see people saying that my R4 isn't active enough when y'all know damn well that we're all adults here with lives and this is just a game that we play for fun. Like, what did y'all expect? For them to put their jobs and families aside to be checking on this event that runs for a week and it also runs 24/7 for people worldwide? Who knows, maybe in y'all's kingdom you can rotate R4 from all time zones, but we can't. Like I said, it was just weird for me to see people expect the R4 to watch these missions like a hawk for fun. I will always have beef with this event as long as it's still unfair for low spending kingdoms. But with that being said, there are other events that are a lot easier to win when you're in a lower seed kingdom. The biggest one would be MGE. There's a reason I have Taric, Gorgo, Pakal, and Zenobia expertise, and that's because not everyone here cares for infantry or not everyone needs those commanders anymore because we've hit the point that we've participated in enough MGEs or ranked high enough to not bear the burden of having to spend all of our sculptures for them. Or let's say MGE just isn't for you because your kingdom hates you or whatever. There are still sideline events that you can participate to win 20 sculptures. These events usually consist of spending speed ups or gaining power. Most of the time it is winnable in smaller kingdoms, and that's great in my opinion. And it's winnable because the competition isn't high at all in these kingdoms. There's just not enough players to be interested in competing with each other. And personally, if I had to choose between MGE and Alliance Mobilization, I would always go with MGE each time because that's way more valuable in my opinion. And yes, I complained hard about Alliance Mobilization because when I complain, I struggle to display two sides of any situation, which is why I made two videos on it, and whoever doesn't like it can deal with it. This is my YouTube channel. Next on the list is KP. I used to play in an A-seed kingdom back in the day and I would run one or two marches. The second march always sucked at the time for me, but even at that and with cheap gear, it was always easier to attack players without being targeted. With so many allies and enemies on the field, it gets chaotic, and what are the odds that you get targeted? There's so much protection from friends and so much going on that it's definitely easier to get away with things that you couldn't get away with in smaller KVKs. For example, when I'm in a CC and fighting, if I cross the border and slightly cross into the enemy side because I was attacking someone, it's a lot easier to see me cross because there's not enough dots moving around to hide me from being seen. And I get that it's still easy to get targeted in bigger KVKs, but there's no denying how much easier it is to pinpoint an enemy dot in a smaller KVK. And then me being an old ass T5 player, I feel obligated to tank for my guys sometimes, even more so as infantry. So sometimes I'll be in the front lines and I feel like if it's needed, then I'll get wrecked so that we can do a little push. Not that it helps, but I try anyways, you know? It's really not that deep, but it does suck knowing that if anyone is to buy time, chances are it's me and a few other players. And the last thing that sucks about being in a CC'd kingdom is that when you go into a KVK with higher seeds, you're at the mercy of all of them. So for example, if we go into a fight and both camps have an A seed kingdom, which happens a lot, then the fight almost entirely depends on which one of them is stronger, and if it so happens that they're somewhat equal, then that's when we matter. But when do you ever get equal sides if we're being honest? Now, am I upset with any of this? No. I just needed another video idea before Zenith of Power ends. I'm hoping some people will let me review how that event went for them. Anyways, that's it for the video. Later.